Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Gaming CPA's channel. In today's episode, Scorchlands has released and officially dropped, so we now have access to the campaign. There is no more demo. We are going into the campaign and seeing exactly what this game and title has to offer. And as always, you guys, if you want, go check out my last video I played where I showcase some of the demo and kind of some of what you can expect in this type of a title. This is a terraforming, resource management, city building kind of a game. And so just go check it out if you want to go kind of see what it's like. In this playthrough, I'm going to try to get as far in the game as I can, unlock as many biomes as possible. And so I just want to give you a heads up. I'm going to be jumping through the game relatively quickly as I unlock new technology and new items to play with. So with that being said, we're going to go ahead and start off by constructing a stone tablet, basically manufacturing zone. First thing we need to do is go ahead and find a good section with some stone. The first thing I found is, first I found this area down here. I also looked at this area, but the cool thing about down here is if you look, this is where I need to target and send the stone tablets to go to the next one. And I can actually set one up right around here, and that'll be able to laser beam all the way over and across that water. At least I think it should go over the water, and deliver the resources so that I can go in and unlock the next stage. So we're going to try and build our first kind of development here with stone tablets and the factories around this stone area to start, with the idea that we're going to go ahead and send them in that direction when we're all done with it. So let's go ahead and see what this ends up looking like. All right, our research is in place. We have a stone tablets being produced, 50 total. I basically constructed two different little factory setups over here. We have one right here that's producing a good amount of stone and stone slabs. As you can see, we're producing about 52 stone slabs here. I'm then importing 58 from this area. This area had a really good production rate, even has some extra slots I didn't need. We're only at negative 0.5 stone, and we produced a solid 58 that we then output into this one, which output over. We actually have 10 extra stone slabs because we can only output 100. I could have built another one transfer here to send it over, but you know what, I think to start off 50 stone tablets should be good. So right now we're going to go ahead and see if this laser works from the distance, and it looks like that is not how they want me to submit it this time. So we ended up unlocking the terraforming technology. That's going to unlock our ether production, which allows us to then produce the dusty essence, which according to our mission, we need to supply 10 of those to the nexus in the middle. And I have an idea of how to do that, but I found this incredible spot with 3 different ether nodes right there, as well as multiple around. And due to the fact that I can actually expand my colony, I'm thinking that I want to maybe tap right into here, hit confirm, and I'm going to expand this multiple times. I unlocked the 2 different radius cap, the 1 radius cap increase, so that way I can expand my base or colony by 1 and just cost an extra person. And now we can surround this whole thing. I may move this because what I realized when we did ether last time is these guys have a radius of 2. So I want to get a full loop around this, and then if I can get a second loop around it, that's just going to be incredible. And I think so. Let's go ahead and let's just move this guy over one more. I guess I do technically remove one option. Let's just see what this looks like. And then what I'm going to end up doing is I'm going to send a laser all the way over with the dusty essence, and I'm going to have that sent directly into the nexus. So let's go ahead and start constructing our ether and dusty essence production. Well, here it is, folks. It may be a little bit overkill. We are producing 236 ether, and I technically have basically about maxed out a full area. I could technically actually expand the radius. Maybe we should do that and then expand this even more. Maybe what I can do is a bunch of houses like this. I'm trying to do it in a way so that I get a good amount of houses, because the houses do increase by 0.25, but I obviously don't want to overdo it. And let's see, if I do something like this, don't worry, by the way, about going negative. I did hinder. Wow, that's awesome. 42. I did reduce one of these down, so let's go ahead and max that out. And now we are just underneath the ether. That means we're consuming 205 ether here. That's insane. What I can do theoretically is remove one of these, or maybe, yeah, if I think remove just 1 or 2, that way we're not overproducing or consuming too much. We are producing 65.5 And this perfectly lined up, which as you can tell, I'm leaving the corners of my base open. I don't know if this is going to be a good strategy or not, but if I leave the corners of my base open, then hopefully it will allow me to have easy access to then passing things on. So, oh, I forgot trees get in the way. Oh, you gotta be kidding me right now. Okay, let me think if I can do something really fun and cool. That would require me to be fun and cool, and I don't... Oh, yes. Oh, I think we can try this. We can try this. That's technically gonna block. Unless... Can I just move these? Can I just move you? I believe I can. I thought there was a way to move. Maybe I just need to bulldoze and rebuild them. Let's just do that, I guess. Boom, boom, and try this again. Yep, full value. And full value. Okay, so they're automatically going. Okay. Let's go ahead and see if we can throw our first mirror right here and then right there. And I'm just going to turn that laser. Okay, I need to go one back. I need you. Oh, yeah, if you just hold, you can do that. Okay. Oh, I need the other one to go one back as well. Oh, so close. So close. All right, let's go ahead and demolish that. Grab, drip, and drop. And let's see if this can redirect into there. Perfect. Our first time completing that successfully. That's awesome. We'll put that there. We'll put that there. Maybe we should instead, that produces 1.5. What if I were to put a house here? That might be a better impact. Yeah, that is a better bang for the old buck there. And then I can actually put some of these guys out here as well. All right, perfect. We'll go ahead and leave it at that. We'll just be producing a little bit extra there. 65.5. Now let's go ahead and complete the mission and send this on. I think all I need to do is technically send 10. But you know, we'll send the full 66. Campaign mission number 1 is completed, folks. With campaign number 1 out of the way, or the first mission, we are now able to terraform, and I can go ahead and create a new biome. And what I want to do is, there's a whole lot of water. I don't think I need this much water. And in the last playthrough, I also did this. And let's just go ahead and remove the water. We're going to turn it into a sand biome. I may move this a bit over here because I don't mind having a little bit of water. I don't know if that's going to be something important later in the game, but oh, I also really like that wood. There's a really good stone tile over there. How far back can I move this? Okay, this looks like this is about as far back as I can move it. All right, let's go ahead and go here. Let me see if I can do a quick view. It leaves me a little bit of water. I still get that stone tile for future production. Okay, and let's place the new biome. All right, we have the desert lands. All right, we have 2 more biomes to unlock in this game. We've now unlocked all of these additional resources: sand, glass, new arcane tablets, the next tier in technology, metals, etc., etc. So let's go ahead and check out this new biome. Our next production item is going to be coal, so I'm going to go ahead and drop a colony right here in the middle of these trees. I saw this a while ago, and I really, really want it, so we're going to go ahead and drop a colony right on in there. I had to relocate it because I'd actually placed it in the sand already. And then we're going to go ahead and do coal. Coal, I mean, look at all these trees. That's going to be a whole lot of coal we produce. Oh my goodness. They can also be boosted by 25% with a nearby household. That is a lot. All right, that's a big boost. I'm going to place that one there as 4. And then I think we're just going to surround these with households. And in fact, I won't increase the radius. I think we'll just surround these with households, and then we can see what we're looking like afterwards. Again, it'd be nice to leave some corners open so that I can go ahead and send these resources out. 67.5 coal. That's awesome. All right, that's really good. We're close to the nexus here. I'm trying to think. We're going to need coal for sand production. Or sorry, for glass. We're going to have to turn glass. Obviously, we need coal, I believe, as a heat source for that. We need to still unlock glass, so I think we may end up needing some more stone tablets. I've kind of been building and researching a little too quickly and decided to research some, but I did not end up getting all the way to glass and unlocking that, which technically is arcane tablets. All right, but I can't get to sand production yet. Okay. Let's go ahead and see if we can get a little more stone. I need to increase my unit cap. I am currently stuck and I cannot go after these guys. And my next colony is going to actually have to be up here on this kind of terrain, because that is how I can then produce the bloodstone and I believe there's 2 other stone types. Yeah. Sorry, I need voidstone, soulstone, and bloodstone. Those are all on top of this. And so you just got to build those mines. And so I need to take out these guys, which means I need to increase my unit production because it takes at least 2 other units besides this one to take them out. So I'm going to go ahead and build another stone tablet kind of factory set up right here and move on with that. Problem solved. We have now created another little mining stone production. In fact, this place produces a whole lot of stone because I was able to wrap all the way around this little island and all of this and put all these households in. So we produce 65 stone, which I can't even produce enough stone slabs. But the cool thing is when I look at my tech tree, I'm going to be able to increase my radius cap. So when I'm able to do that one more time, we'll increase stone a little bit and we'll definitely increase the stone slabs and get that so we're using up all the stone. And as you can see, I have plenty of room over here to then turn those stone slabs into stone tablets as well. So big positive. Another thing is I believe I get stone slabs when I turn coal and sand into glass. I believe I get glass and stone slabs out of it. So that's going to be a big positive note. But while we're at it, let's go ahead and increase our unit cap. And let's get after these guys. So if I place one right here. So basically how it works is you place down units. And you must have more units than the opposing team. Or the opposing enemy. So right now it's 2v2, and you can see his health bar. So his health bar shows that he only has 2 health. So I must go in with one teammate behind me, and then we can send all of us in, and now we will overwhelm him. And if I click on this, oh, nope, never mind. I thought that if I just go into the middle, I should be able to take it over. Perhaps that is not the case. Let's see, does it work? It does not. Okay, so I do need to end up actually just taking these guys over. All right, let's go ahead and do that then. There's a later on you can get crystals, and those crystals will, whenever you get them, it will despawn the enemies nearby. And that's what I thought might happen if I took this over, but I think this is just the biome, and I can move it as I want throughout the game, which I think is awesome. I mean, that's just super cool to have as an option. So in case you end up wanting to expand and change your biome up a little bit, you can. So well done and eliminated. Okay. That's all the bad guys gone. Next thing we're going to do again is go ahead and construct our next colony. And this one's going to be different. So I'm going to go ahead and build it right about here, knowing I'm going to be able to expand. I'm going to expand it once so that I get at least one tile on the ground. So I can, when I need to, I can go ahead and shoot out the different resources and send them off. But right now you can see bloodstone. So these are little mines. They're impacted by sand, and they can have a 50% boost by a household. So this is normally 6, and if I were to put a household next to it, then it gets boosted all the way up to 7.5. So by taking out one segment, it gets boosted up. Now my question is, what if I were to take them all? Exactly. So I'm sure there's a point. Okay, so 7.5 is just what it's going to... Oh, 8? Okay, so 2 household is the magic number. Now the question is, can we repeat that and have a mine right next door? Can I have one? Maybe that's not that. Maybe do a soulstone nearby, and we do the same thing. No, that one only produces 6 because that's in the way. Okay, that makes a little bit more sense. But what if I were to drop a house there? Okay, so that works. So in other words, we can go ahead and start creating these, and if we can create shared houses so that we're not taking up as much of a blueprint, then, we may be able to really start producing well. And I think that they can share sand. So this guy produces 5. And they have a shared sand point. So that's totally fine. So they can also share mines. So that's good to know. I didn't know if it was, certain mines were one way only. Why don't we go like this? If I demolish that one, they can have one shared household there. Okay, so he's still getting his full 8 boost. And if I were to place maybe a household over there. Oh, sorry. He's not going to get any more than that because, okay, that makes sense. So that's at 6. So we're just going to leave that. So they're at least getting a boost together. These 2 are getting the full 8. So that means I need at least one more yellow. Ideally, that gets a full amount. Okay, perfect. We'll put a household there. And then I'll put one here so that it can be shared. Let's do another green. Okay, this one can be a little bit, a little bit shut down. No worries. And then let's do one more red. So we're going to probably be overproducing red a little bit. That's all right. We increase the colony size. So that way we can go ahead and share. And in fact, we could probably expand this a little bit more, can't we? Now that I think about it, I probably could have moved guys out a little bit. Okay, let's leave him there, though. What about here for him? Because, it'd be nice if I could figure out a way to get these guys so they are all on, some of these deposits, and they're not wasting any space. Perfect. This is looking much, much better. This guy's probably just going to be in a pickle regardless. We may as well just do something like that. We'll put a home next to him. And then this guy, again, they can share. So they're sharing 6 there, but I want to share houses as well. Okay, maybe we won't be sharing... No, we can share that house. Okay, so this guy has the 2 houses. This guy also has 2 houses. And I am producing a little bit lower on green. Let's go ahead and build another green one. Now we're overproducing green. So now we can just go ahead, I would say we can just go ahead and drop some more of each of these in here just to get a little bit more production from them. 62, 62, perfect. And then let's build some houses in as well. Okay, that did take away from them both. All right, something like that. So we're almost even because what happens is when you build the arcane dust, it needs 1 of each. So we want to make it as even as possible. And for this, I mean, I could build it nearby these and it gets a decent boost from them. But I'm also considering outsourcing all these resources and doing it elsewhere. But you know what? If we can build them all here nearby, why don't we just do that and call it a day? Perfect. We're a little overclocking, but you know what? That gets us 60. That's plenty. And then we can use the dust to make metal. And again, this is where I need to bring the coal in, which, if you guys remember, we have our coal factory right here, right next door. Did not intentionally mean to do that, but that is brilliant, because now all I have to do is drop a colony right here in the middle, just like this. Let's actually move him maybe a little bit more. I don't want him there. Let's move him right over here. So that way I can expand it if need be. All right, perfect. And then I want laser beams for both of these guys shooting off into it. I cannot see against that sand. Okay, let's go and expand that just once. So then I can do a laser beam right here going to there. And literally a laser beam just touching right there. Okay, perfect. I need you to send me all your arcane dust. And I need you to connect with a friend. And I need you to go ahead and send me all of the coal you can. And we're going to go ahead and turn this into arcane metal. So I may have gone a little bit overboard. I ended up producing all of our metal. So we got 60 arcane metal. And then I realized that the arcane tablets was next, and those required stone slabs. So I quickly built a little stone slab factory right next door and ended up sending those resources over. And I'm able to produce 60 arcane tablets, which that's the next research, you guys. And I have 60 of it. So the first thing I want to do is unlock glass production. Because what that might allow me to do, if I recall, yes, glass gets you stone as a secondary resource. That's what I thought. So what I can do is I can just destroy this eventually, turn this into a big sand, and then, or maybe sand over here and then glass nearby, and then send that extra stone into an area like this and turn it into, you know, the stone slab. So that's definitely an option, but this is great. We unlocked that. The other thing I want to unlock is the radius cap increase. That's going to be super good. And it looks like we can unlock a natural bridge. I have not done any of that. I'm going to go ahead and unlock the next terraforming, just so I can just get an idea for it and get a good feel for it. Laser fast travel. This one's just for fun. But importantly, I want to unlock combat gear. That's going to increase the strength of my units. As a matter of fact, I'm going to increase my unit count, as well as, you know, I think that what I might want to do next, logistics level 2. Oh, allows the transfer of 2 resources in opposite directions. Whoa, let's do that. I haven't seen that. And let's also unlock some fast travel, and we'll leave it at that. The cool thing about fast travel is it allows me to go up to a laser and hit E, and then I move across immediately. Oh, I actually do want this. This allows me to run faster. Okay, I get to run a little bit quicker, which may not seem like that big of a deal, but over time, I think it's going to really be a big impact. So the next thing we're going to work on is sand, glass, and maybe get some armor plates so that I can build up the armor of my troops. That means I'm going to need to produce more arcane dust. That's kind of what I ran into when I was going to go build more arcane metal. I have all this room, but I ran out of the dust. You can see I have a bunch of coal left over, so let's go ahead. Let's get more dust production going, and then we can increase our metal. So I got all this room. We're going to go capitalize on it. Small update, we ended up finishing out this colony. We ended up producing all the arcane dust, 60 of it. I then go ahead and transfer it right here and then transfer it again. So that way I increased our arcane metal quite significantly. I'm actually exporting 45 of it over to here. This is going to allow me to produce armor plates, 22 and a half of them, and then turn that into combat gear. And what that then does is allows me to put on combat gear onto my unit. So right now, each unit takes 10 of that combat gear to form basically one more higher level unit. I was able to drag that gear onto 2 of them since I'm producing 22 and a half. So now if I were to say go find an opponent, instead of each one of my players only counting as one, they now count much stronger. So they can actually go around and take out some individuals all by themselves. And when I do end up going against harder individuals, then we will just be able to take them out much easier. For example, I can't go up against this lava guy alone. Normally, I would have to surround him with 3 solo weaker individuals, but now it only takes me and one other guy, so I can simply have him protecting me, walk on in, and we can go and take them out. Now this guy, hello, I have never seen you before, my good friend. Do you want to be friends? I think so. I think we'll go ahead and have a quick happy conversation. Yeah, we get 2 guys with armor in there, and all of a sudden they're the ones scared. And boom, just like that, we take out the crystal and we finish it off. So this is now just the coolest thing ever. I got these guys unlocked because they're going to seriously cause all the damage and help me take over and expand. So this way I can drop down again, more terraform, and as I terraform further or break those crystals, it unlocks more terraform and more territory. So we're going to go ahead and go around and see if we can clean this map up a little bit around the outside and see if that will help us hopefully unlock a little bit or a lot more territory. So we're going to go ahead and fix up this map and get right back to it. Folks, it finally happened. We discovered our first point of interest. Transmuting resources requires you to unlock the appropriate transmutation technology. So I believe with this that we need to just continue to upgrade and unlock transmutation abilities within the technology. Here it is. Transmutation number 1 requires arcane skulls. Unlock an option to transmute any resource into other resources from tiers 1 to 3. Oh, that's super nice, because I guess if you end up overproducing sand, you could turn it into something else and vice versa. So that's good to know. So we got to keep this in mind. And I think, okay, it is a nice, easy location on the map. So I ended up exploring a little bit over here, kind of taking guys out. So we're going to go ahead and get on back to production and see if we can go ahead and unlock the next tier. And that mission is going to be supplying 10 volatile essence. And I'm going to have to start up some glass production to do that. So we're going to go ahead and dive onto that. And once I get that up and running, we will check back in with you guys. After some hard work and resource management, we have now produced our first volatile essence. What it requires is it does require you to place a certain altar down. And those are under here. And they have different setups. You see all the highlighted tabs? These are the only places that you can build the items to make them work. So for me to build, I basically had to build one down, and then I had to build it on the different little red tabs that would be impacted. But the cool thing is these guys can also be impacted by households. So I'm going to go ahead and fill in the middle here. And now we have hit 10, and that is all I theoretically needed. So next step is to get this essence all the way back here to the Nexus. So I have an idea, and that is going to involve some serious movement, but I think we can make it work. So let's go ahead and give it a shot. And there you have it, folks. This is the new beam. It's beaming all the way over from here, and I was able to throw in a catapult that launched a mirror and reflected it back into here. And if you recall, this is actually the very first beam I set up that beams directly into the Nexus. So we're going to go ahead, configure it, so that I can go ahead and submit 10 volatile essence, and we have now unlocked the next biome and setup. Let's go ahead and check that out real quick and see what it's like before we go ahead and call this episode over, just because I don't want it to be too long. So let's go ahead, open up the terraforming. We have now a new biome. Let's go ahead and place it too close to unclaimed. Let's place it over here. I have no idea what this is going to be. If it's going to be water. Oh, it looks like a swamp almost. Ooh, but look at those shiny places. Okay, let's go ahead and place it right on the edge here. It's actually bordering right nicely with some of my other places. Basically removes all the trees. Ooh, clifflands. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, so there's definitely big gaps, but I'm curious. Plants, water, scrolls, potions, arcane scrolls, balloons, and hover gear. Effluvial essence. That is what we unlocked. Awesome. I cannot wait to explore this new biome in the next episode. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video and you want to leave a thumbs up, that would be appreciated. And if you haven't yet and you want that subscribe button and that notification bell so that you get notified when I go live or post more content like that, that would be awesome as well. Big shout out to developer Ringland, and thank you so much publisher, Driftlands. This has been a blast to play. I really enjoyed it, and I cannot wait to continue to explore it. So thank you guys so much again, and until next time, maximize your deductions and pay less in taxes. Have an amazing day.